Hi there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training company passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial I will teach you how to successfully pass a deputy manager interview. So if you have a deputy manager interview coming up with any organisation whatsoever, please make sure you stay tuned and watch this presentation fully from beginning to end, because I will help to make you the standout candidate. And to achieve that goal, this is what I'm going to cover. I'm going to give you a list of deputy manager interview questions that I recommend you prepare for. I will give you suggested answers to common deputy manager interview questions to help you succeed. I will also give you some great tips on how to be the standout candidate during your deputy manager interview. And finally, I will tell you about further resources you can get access to, including these slides, to help you pass your job interview. Now, just very quickly, before I get into the training, a very warm welcome to this deputy manager interview training presentation. My name is Richard McMunn. That is me there in the centre of the screen. I am a former fire officer of 17 years, and since then I've been helping people like you to successfully pass their job interviews. And I always do that by giving you top scoring answers you can't find anywhere else. On that basis, please make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on any of the weekly training videos I upload. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn. I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video, and it's always great to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. And please also make sure you give the video a like. If I see you liking the video, that tells me you enjoy the content, and I will therefore spend more time creating it for you. Okay, let's get into the first question. Tell me about yourself and why you want to become a deputy manager. Now, a couple of tips before I give you a brilliant answer to this question. This is going to be pretty much the first interview question asked at your deputy manager interview. Therefore, it is important you talk about the skills, the qualities, and the experience you have that will add value to their organisation. Now, at the end of your answer, tell the interviewer why you are the perfect fit for this deputy manager interview role. Here we go. I am an ambitious, supportive, attentive and standards-driven deputy manager who has gained lots of experience dealing with challenging situations, managing lots of different teams and helping my employer achieve their operational and commercial goals. Now, some of the more notable experience I have gained includes helping the general manager to create operational policies and procedures, assisting in the hiring of staff and making sure teams deliver on the standards expected by our customers. I've studied the job description for this deputy manager role in detail, and I feel totally comfortable and confident that I can excel within the position and support the general manager to achieve his or her objectives. I believe I am the best candidate for this post because not only will I take my duties seriously, I will also always act in the best interests of the organisation whilst helping to take some of the pressure off the general manager. That is a very strong answer. It gets you off on the right footing for the remainder of your deputy manager interview, and it shows that you are a standout candidate and one of the people that they should be considering for the role. So let's build on that first answer. Let's have a look at another question. Why do you want to work for our company as a deputy manager? Now, before applying for any deputy manager job, it is vital you research their organisation so you can give genuine and valid reasons why you want to work for them. Now, in your preparation, list 3 to 5 reasons why you want to work for their organisation as the deputy manager. Here's my suggested response. In the rare occasions I do apply for new jobs, I am always very careful who I apply to work for. I think it's important to work for a company as a deputy manager that has a strong and trustworthy reputation. You should also choose a company that will support you in your role and who wants to continually grow, improve and develop. As soon as I saw this deputy manager's job advertised, I knew I wanted to apply. You have a strong reputation amongst your customers, you train your staff up to be the best they possibly can be, and you always take the time to listen to your customers, which enables you to create products and services they want to buy. If I am fortunate enough to become your deputy manager, I believe this is somewhere I will stay for a long period of time. You are a great organisation, and this is the only place I want to work. So that gives a number of really good reasons why you have chosen their company to become a deputy manager. Now, don't go anywhere because I still have many more questions to work through with you and brilliant answers. But when you are ready, if you want to click that link in the top right-hand corner of the video, it will take you through to my website, passmyinterview.com, where you can download my full set of 22 deputy manager interview questions and top scoring answers, including the ones we are working through together right now. But here's the next question. If the store or the business was struggling to maintain sales, what steps would you take to improve them? So this is a tough deputy manager interview question that assesses your determination and your innovativeness in respect of growing a business. So in your answer, make sure you give a number of suggestions for improving sales and growing the business. Don't just say the one thing I would do is make sure customer service was great. We want to give a selection of different things that we could tap into to help improve sales and grow the business. So here is a brilliant answer to this question. I would focus on 4 key areas. Area number 1 would be to facilitate staff training to ensure they are all 100% fully trained in excellent customer service and care. It's important for a business to encourage repeat business. And if our customers feel valued and they have a good experience in store, they will return time and time again. Area number 2 would be to make sure in-store incentives were offered to our valued customers. This might include offering some form of loss leader product to encourage customers to visit the store, which would then help improve other sales across the board. Area number 3 would be to then make sure any offers or incentives were widely publicised across all company social media pages and areas where we could leverage free advertising. If sales were poor, I would not want to spend unnecessarily on advertising. Finally, area number 4 would be to ensure all in-store policies and procedures were in place to make sure the business was functioning efficiently, safely and effectively. So that's great because you are giving 4 different areas that you could concentrate on to boost the sales of the business. The next question, what would you do if you started work here as the deputy manager and you didn't get on with the general manager? This is a tough question. Some people would answer this by saying they would simply look for employment elsewhere. You know, they want to go work somewhere, they get on with the general manager, and if they didn't get on, then they would look to leave. However, this is not the correct way to answer this deputy manager interview question. Here's the perfect answer. Here we go. To be honest, I do not see this situation occurring. I generally get on with everyone, and it would be my goal to build a strong relationship with them over time. It would be my job to support the general manager, be guided by them, and offer advice as and when it was asked for. So if there were anything I disagreed with, I would put forward my opinion and perhaps an alternative suggestion for working, but the general manager would always have the final say. If there were any disagreements, they wouldn't affect our working relationship because the needs and the success of the organisation must always come first. So that shows that you are a mature deputy manager. You're good at building up positive relationships and you understand that the general manager always has the final say and you are comfortable with that too. The next question, what's your biggest weakness? This is guaranteed to come up at some stage during your deputy manager interview. And it is one of the hardest interview questions to answer because this is effectively a make or break interview question. So we have to make sure that you give a weakness that is appealing to the hiring manager and that shows you are a hardworking and conscientious deputy manager. Here's my suggested answer to that common interview question, what's your biggest weakness? That's a tough question. However, being honest, I would say my biggest weakness is that I find it really hard to say no to people. If somebody asks me to take on a task or a project, my first instinct is to say yes. As time is going on, I am learning to assess my workload before agreeing to everything that is put my way. I guess from a general manager's viewpoint and perspective, I suppose this is actually a good weakness to have because I will always work hard and take on as many jobs and tasks as is physically possible. So that's a clever answer because even though saying yes to everything is a weakness, from a general manager's perspective, that's great because you're going to be taking on lots of projects and lots of tasks and willingly do them to a high standard. So please do click that link right now in the top right hand corner of the video. Have a look at that page at passmyinterview.com. You can have a look at the 22 deputy manager interview questions that I recommend you prepare for. You also have the option to download all of the answers. And I've also put some tips on there as well, 4 really great tips for helping you to be the standout candidate at your deputy manager interview. And I've also answered some of the more common questions people ask in preparation for their deputy manager interview. So please do check that out. Please make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn, and please hit the like button. That really motivates me to create more for you. Other than that, thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all the best for becoming a deputy manager. Have a brilliant day.